Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Over the past few years, Alberta has been growing faster than any province in Canada. The benefits of that growth have been immense, but so have the challenges. This is particularly evident for our municipal partners, who are seeing greater use and wear on their roads, water systems, sewer networks, and recreational infrastructure. To the Ministry of Municipal Affairs, with over 100,000 new people coming into municipalities like Parkland County, the town of Stony Plain, and the village of Wabamun every year, what is the government doing to ensure that Alberta's infrastructure have accessible and sustainable funding to meet these new challenges?
Thank you. The Honourable Minister of Municipal Affairs.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the question. I know as a former Mayor of Stony Plain, he understands these issues very well. Mr. Speaker, the Government of Alberta is very committed to supporting municipalities. Currently, we support about almost $1 billion in MSI funding every year. In addition to that, $350 million in basic municipal transportation grant and $40 million in the Alberta Community Partnership funding, Mr. Speaker. In addition to that, Mr. Speaker, we have just signed with the federal government the gas tax fund, which is $2.7 billion over the next 10 years.
For a supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, some Alberta municipalities have found it difficult to obtain MSI funding. What strings are attached that inhibit municipalities from accessing them?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. This funding, Honourable Member, has a very open criteria and funds many different kind of projects, from roads to water, wastewater, to transit projects, to recreation. Mr. Speaker, we have this so that municipalities and their communities can pick the priorities that are important to them. But there are some reporting requirements, Mr. Speaker, as any granting of monies, because we want to also be accountable for taxpayers' dollars.
Supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again to the same minister, some of the smaller municipalities have expressed concern that operating dollars for their municipalities through MSI are being eliminated. What are you doing to address the concerns of smaller municipalities specifically?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you very much, and that is a great question, Mr. Speaker. I've met with the members at both AUMA and AMDNC, and smaller communities have raised this issue to me. I've told them we will look at the MSI operating to make sure that we're meeting the needs of theirs. It's also very important for them that they also want the Alberta Community Partnership. So what I've told them is we will review MSI operating and ACP to make sure that it works for our small communities and indeed all communities, Mr. Speaker.